Two sword masters of excellent breathing do battle, and we have a legendary Battle of the Princes to discuss. That and more on today's episode of BrobusCast Death Battle Edition. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a more regular episode of BrobusCast. I'm your host, Brobuscus. With me today is ZDogg.
Hello.
Nice. And Mate.
Hi.
Simple. Like it.
Wow. Very rich.
Very original.
Yeah. So we're back in our we're back to our very cozy format room. From place. All right.
We have our own podcast room. I don't know.
Sure.
So Richard's not here. I think that was much is pretty clear.
Don't worry, he's fine.
No, it's okay. I'll make up for it. Obi-Wan reference. Something about a storyboarder. Stuff.
Nailed it. All right, cool. Yeah, he's dealing with family at the moment. Like, just let him be. We got Mate here to compensate. He was gonna be on anyway, so whatever. And we're back to our regular format.
Yep. So, yeah. If you don't, so we hope you did enjoy episode 50, though. Regardless of that. And like we said, we'll give it a bit, like, let it mull over if we want to keep it. I mean, it was fun to do, honestly. It just, just thought, go back to basics for this. So.
Yeah. Yes, and also I'm recording again. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yay.
The computer's back. Yay.
So. I'm recording and editing. Oh gosh, I'm back to the life of a YouTuber.
Yep. I get to be a little less stressed about it. Yay. So I don't know.
So we got a death battle to talk about.
We do.
It's kind of our thing.
It's kind of our thing. Yes, and it was good. Yeah. One could say it was breathtaking. And Jonathan, Tanjiro versus Jonathan. Just
predictable joke was predictable, but
I saw the opportunity and I seized it. So
sure.
But yeah, good.
It is good. It is really good.
I liked it. So.
Yes. First off, it is very right. We kind of said our piece in the last episode, and not much.
Yeah, we kind of nailed it right. I nailed it right on the head, and we got our first one right this season. Yay!
Whoops!
Yay! You did it.
Had to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to update the list.
We're doing bad.
Yeah, no, because I'm keeping track of both podcast groups calling episodes right or wrong. So basically, lads versus bros.
Yeah, basically. So.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, I did it last season. Why not keep it going?
Yeah.
Little friendly competition between the series.
That's our new name, the Bros. There we go.
The Bros. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I like it actually. All right. Yeah. I mean, what can we say, really?
Yeah. They
We
explained it well, and
we had a nail,
yeah.
and we had a hammer, and we smacked the two together and got it right.
Yep. Woohoo. Okay.
Yeah. So analysis. So Tanjiro's is kind of lacking here, but
Yeah, it did feel really short in comparison to Jonathan.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
I also felt like there were like some interesting choices for like jokes.
yeah.
In both analysis, but like just talking about Tanjiro's, like high random Pickle Rick reference.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, whatever.
Also, I have to admit, like the way they end his analysis felt a bit weird
Yeah,
to me.
it felt very abruptly. Like, it's funny, don't get me wrong, it came out of nowhere,
Oh, it's
basically.
hilarious. But yeah, it did come off as kind of abrupt.
Yeah.
It's like they just randomly drop like, and whatever Inosuke is. I'm like, well, okay, on one hand that's funny, but on the other hand, it's kind of clear what he is. He's a crazy dude in a pig mask.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That one.
But in comparison, Jonathan's is pretty good.
Yeah, Jonathan's really good, so. Yeah.
You realize how much analysis we don't have to talk about, considering there's no like special cameo appearance anymore.
Yeah, basically, which is kind of a shame. I was kind of hoping that there would be some dummy stuff, like especially like with the breathing techniques, but you know what?
It's funny you say that because I just earlier thought of a way they could have brought Dummy in. When Wiz uses the ice flower to freeze Boomstick, why not just freeze Dummy? And just like, and just have him like still float there because screw you physics. And then Boomstick just shatters him like with Haman.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been funny to see, but oh well. Yeah. Also nice to see the ice flower again. That's a nice bit of continuity. So.
Yeah, but Wiz just like has like the items from the combatants of previous episodes.
Yeah.
It makes sense, to be fair, so yeah. Also
well, I mean Boomstick has Mortal Kombat characters' heads.
Yeah,
that's true, fair. He does.
Yeah. Even though Cabal hasn't been on, but you know, whatever.
It don't matter.
Anyway. I know.
Then the editing's top notch. In other words, water's wet, and okay.
Yeah. Also, they did the funny to be continued meme. I am satisfied. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So overall, solid analysis overall. So,
yeah.
I do like how in Jonathan's likes they put Dio and then just add but it's complicated.
Yeah, I love that so much. My God.
It's so true though. Like
yeah, I do. I can't say it's wrong, so my God.
I mean, like to kind of give a little bit of defense towards Tanjiro's analysis, like I got that they were trying to like avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like they could have done a smidgen more with it.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Absolutely freaking nothing but watch.
Exactly.
So. Speaking of watching, let's talk about this fight.
Yep.
Yeah, basically any issue someone might have about the analysis is completely washed over by this fight.
Yeah.
Because this fight is great. I like it a lot.
It is really good, honestly. I am very pleased. Which, honestly, I am very... Because, like, I feel like I'm the only one in this server, which, obviously, yeah, that group server.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one who, like, was feeling weary about, like, the preview. Like, the preview, to me, looked weird in some ways. Like, but thankfully, after like giving it some more time to mull over, it got better, and then the rest of the fight got better. So
yeah,
good. So that's nice to see. Yeah.
Honestly, I think my only real complaint is that the water effects weren't that great. I mean, they looked cool, but like they don't move as much, if that makes sense. Like they don't move like water.
Yeah, I think I noticed that in particular when when Tanjiro dashes like around Jonathan, like before he blocks the sword with his fist.
Yeah, that moment especially. Yeah.
Like they just kind of like freeze in place.
Yeah.
Like rather than just like flow like water, but like I imagine that would be a pain in the ass to animate.
I imagine that it's an absolute monster of an animation task. But even still, it just looks awkward.
Yeah, but no.
I guess the puppetry isn't like it's kind of taking a downgrade too.
Yeah, that's why I noticed like when I watched. I thought the sprites felt a bit blocky at times.
Yeah.
Like it's the best way I can put it because like I get why they do the puppeteering. It's because like some sprites are more limited, and this way they can like do more stuff. But at the same time, sometimes it becomes like a lot more noticeable that it's a puppet rig sprite, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I can clearly tell.
Not every fight is gonna be Ryuko versus Shadow or Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom, where you watch it and you'll go back and you're like, wait, that was puppetry? What?
Yeah, basically. So. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I did feel like some of the worst of it was in the preview. So.
True. Yeah.
I mean, so thankfully it got well. I wouldn't say less noticeable. It just didn't bother me as much going from that point forward. So.
Yeah. And the fortunate thing is that none of that freaking matters because everything surrounding that is great.
Exactly.
Like, okay, let me just get this out of the way. This fight is very pretty.
Oh yeah, it's very beautiful. Honestly, just like I think like the background, especially
the background, the coloring.
Yeah, did you guys notice that the color palette like changes from like the beginning and the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets
like
more...
it starts out very purple and then it becomes red.
Yeah. The sprites have a bit more saturation to them. Yeah, I noticed.
They suddenly end up in the Forever Full Forest.
And the hand-drawn shots. Oh my gosh.
There were a lot. There's even one that's only on screen for a split second, like when Tanjiro charges at Jonathan.
That moment especially, the animators popped off on that. Like it just moves so fast, and then you get this brief hand-drawn shot. Like my mind goes back to that sword fight from Wonder Woman versus She-Ra that everyone likes to talk about. Except the difference is that everything around that sword fight is still good. Yeah. Like it's very fast, it's very fluid. I don't love the water effects, but I absolutely adore the fire effects.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
The effects on the hormone effects were really cool. I like the shot where you see Jonathan's lungs like pumping hormone throughout the body. Like, oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Weird that we only see his lungs though, but I will survive. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awkward silence. All right, cool.
I'm also just like looking up something so I make sure I don't get this wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like that Tanjiro like switches up. Okay, if there's one thing that this fight excels on, it's the writing.
Yeah, I can absolutely agree there. Yeah. So.
Like both like. Okay, first off, they don't kill Nezuko. Thank goodness.
Okay.
Look, do you imagine the reaction if they did?
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
like there were so many people that were afraid like they would kill Nezuko at the beginning.
Like
and
at the start of the fight.
Yeah, and that'd be the reason they started the fight. But everyone was so worried because like that is so out of character for Jonathan. But the way they do it is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
And it leads into holy crap, probably the saddest ending to a death battle ever.
Yeah, I was good.
You say that, but remember Ren and Charizard.
No one likes to talk about that fight.
I mean, yeah, I mean that one is pretty sad, but I think just I don't know, it's sad, but like it's a lot. How do I put it?
I mean that one's sad because it's needlessly brutal. This one is actually meant to be. This one is actually meant.
Yeah, this one is meant to be somber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which I think it is a good way, especially considering it does keep Jonathan's character in mind in a way, which is nice to see. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, my only real problem with the ending is that the burst into tears was kind of sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly it would have been better if like Jonathan would have like gone like after. So like Jonathan looks at Tanjiro and then looks like to find Nezuko, but then Tanjiro says wait, and then says wait, that demon. She like. Yeah, basically just have like a line like, wait a second, that demon is my sister, or like something. Yeah. Like not just saying like that demon is my sister or something. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but
and then the sudden like no, my problem was like she's my sister, and then already he's in tears. Like he has like a frame of a realization moment, and that's it.
Yeah, okay, that's also fair. So.
Like I think there should have been a bit more build up to that, but whatever.
Yeah, I can agree. But it is nice. It is. Excuse me. It is honestly nice to see a little bit more of like a development and like not like I don't know. Like I don't know how to put this. Like an ending that like I don't know how to put this. Basically, just it's sad, but it is also a bit lighter. Like I don't know, it's a bit of a sweet ending in a way. It's like, and it doesn't like take. It's not like Jonathan's like brutally murdering someone.
At the end, he just like I guess he like just ends his suffering and just like lets him die quickly and peacefully.
Yeah. Basically, I don't know. It's just it's nice. It's a nice bit of story writing and very different from other death battles, which I think is a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
So,
I also kind of want to comment on just like the voice acting, especially when Benji, who's voicing Jonathan, anytime he yells "overdrive."
Oh gosh, yeah.
Just like
it hits.
Yeah.
He put us all into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the voice acting in this episode. This is a strong contender for some of the best. I mean, I know we're only 3 episodes in, but but this season has been crushing it with the voice performances so far, and I think this is a contender for some of the best one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like I know everyone talks about Benji, and he was great. Like don't get me wrong, but Zach does a really good job too. He sounds a lot like Tanjiro's dub VA.
Is it weird that I thought at times he sounded like Justin Briner?
A little bit, yeah.
Especially the. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hit your head?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can either of you guys like explain that to me? Because that's a line I felt comes a bit out of nowhere. Because it's like, I won't let you hurt her. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hit your head?
I think it's a response to how, like, cheesy and over the top Jonathan's line is.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think that's what they were going for.
Something like that.
I don't understand the puppy line though. It's funny, but I don't get it.
I really like that line. It's really cute. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this fight especially via Zach's performance, it does make me like Tanjiro a lot more, especially with the puppy line. I don't know. Just makes, even though I haven't seen Demon Slayer yet, I hope to fix that eventually. Actually, I don't know. It just makes me like Tanjiro a lot more after watching it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the best thing an episode can do to make you interested in a character you weren't in before.
Yeah.
And also,
thankfully thankfully it didn't make me. I mean, it did remind me of Sylvie a little bit, but I wasn't like Liz hearing him and like, oh yeah, that's Sylvie. So that was good.
Yeah. I also just kind of want to joke like how it should have ended. Just like, I swore to destroy all of Dio's demonic minions. Dude, she's my sister. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it from a death battle perspective because these two have to fight. But from a story perspective, I don't get why Tanjiro didn't just lead with that. Because it seems like that ended the argument pretty quick.
Yeah.
Probably could have saved his life. Whatever. I mean, the kid's like, what, 15? So, like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I got a comment under my reaction was just like, did I just watch a British man kill a Japanese teenager?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Hey, don't F with Brits.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys like have a different rating system for like media compared to us. That's because we're hard and we can take it. And we're like brought up to fight by the age of 2.
Okay.
I mean, Jonathan started pummeling Dio when he was like 17. So, or something.
Yeah, he's a late bloomer.
Okay.
I actually forget how old Jonathan was in part 1. But whatever. And then there's the soundtrack. Breathless Blades.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it. Probably I mean, I know its only competition is the Wanda Zatanna track, but I think it's probably my favorite non-vocal track of the season.
Yeah.
I know its competition isn't exactly high, but
it's not the deepest, but that's something.
Yeah.
So, no, it just sounds very nice. I don't know how accurate it is to Demon Slayer, but just overall has a nice sound to it, and it goes along with the fight pretty well. So,
yeah. You could tell that we're recording this like the day after this fight came out.
Yeah, we probably should wait a little bit. You know what?
Yeah. Plus, I think you can also tell just how completely neutral I was. Like, yeah, I was just completely fine either way. Like, admittedly, when I saw that Nezuko was involved, I was like, well, I mean, the way this is set up, I kind of want Tanjiro to win. Otherwise, like, Nezuko's just gonna watch her brother die.
Yeah.
But now I guess Jonathan's gonna protect her.
Yep.
It's gonna take a lot to convince her that it's gonna take a lot to convince her that he's trustworthy, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he did just kind of kill her brother right in front of her.
Yeah, but I mean, I do honestly hope. I mean, I doubt it, but like, if/when Nezuko Nezuko does come to death, but I do hope that they continue the storyline. I know they rarely do.
Yeah.
But stuff like this, but I don't know. I think it'd be neat to continue it. When that happens, I don't know. I just think it'd be neat. I doubt it will happen though.
What's funny though is that since Nezuko has a very good awareness of other demons nearby, so if Jonathan brings her on board the cruise ship he went on at the end of part 1, she probably could alert him to Dio being there.
That is true.
Probably could have saved his life.
Probably. But that's probably something we'll never see unless a fan has other plans.
Yeah. Although, actually, before we move on, I do have a fun fact I almost forgot about. So when they were recording Denji's lines, Liam, who's the director on this episode, he asked him to do an aura rush just for kicks and giggles, you know. And they tried to work that into the fight, and it wouldn't work. They were gonna work it into the Sunset Yellow Overdrive part. But obviously,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Obviously, he has to yell Sunlight Yellow Overdrive instead. But
yeah.
But instead, I don't know if you guys remember, there is an aura rush in Jonathan's analysis.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the recording they did.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So they worked it in somehow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so they did work it in somehow. So. Yeah. So is that everything we got about Jonathan Tanjiro?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well,
cool. We're 3 episodes in, and all of them are bangers. So I mean,
good track record so far. So,
and then we got
that's nice to see.
And then we got a 4th episode that's going to continue that quality train.
Hopefully.
Oh, I don't.
Probably.
I don't have much.
But you never know. You never know. All right. So I guess it's about time we get into that. Oh boy.
Speaking of that 4th episode.
I'm just surprised this isn't the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So
you want more? You want another tease fight? No. Good, because here's another tease fight.
But
would you like an anime fight? Yeah. How about another comic book fight? Not really. How about if it's this one? Hell yes.
Yeah. All right. So for the 4th episode of this season, we have the return of 2 iconic princes about to duke it out. We have Prince Vegeta versus Prince Thor Odinson.
Just throwing us out there, I believe it's Prince Vegeta the 3rd.
Well, okay.
Was he Vegeta the 4th? I forget. Hang on.
Whatever. Vegeta. Yeah.
It's Thor
you know where I
versus
was
Vegeta.
Going. Thor versus Vegeta. Let's go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool.
I'm excited. I'm
excited for this one.
I know I don't sound excited, but I'm excited.
Dude, I'm excited for this too.
I'm pretty excited for this one, honestly.
Okay, yeah, no, I just looked it up. It's Vegeta the 4th.
All right, cool. Semantics. No one actually cares. All right, cool.
It's Vegeta the 4th versus Thor Odinson. There, you happy? Okay.
I mean, technically, it's Thor versus
Are you
Vegeta.
satisfied?
You know, I like how this is the 4th episode. It's Vegeta the 4th versus 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Cool. There's your tinfoil.
And Thor's
you go.
Thor's getting a 4th movie soon. So.
Yep. Unfortunately,
this is the Match of the number 4.
Unfortunately, it's not either's fourth battle, but whatever.
Also, doesn't feature the Fantastic Four.
Does anybody really care that much? Probably not.
Death Battle fans are never satisfied. Damn it.
I mean, that's also very true.
It's always complain. No, I'm joking. It's only semi-joking. Anyway, this is cool.
Yeah, I like it.
It's about damn time, honestly.
Okay, so I'd say Vegeta is absolutely one of those characters who's long overdue for a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're finally getting that.
That's not a question.
Idly, yeah.
And then even though, this is Thor's third fight, but I am glad to see him return.
Yeah, it's nice.
Plus, sometimes, depending on the matchup, I can still be excited for a person coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, Thor's first episode was in season 1, and his second episode doesn't happen. So, his second episode doesn't exist. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy to see Thor come back.
I would argue these characters are some of the most worthy to come back. So worthy. It is nice to see them, and yeah.
You should take pride in that pun.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Listen, I'm not gonna make that joke now. Yeah. So how does this not happen sooner?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I get it. I get it not happening in season. I don't know how requested this was in season 1, but I can understand. But how did Thor versus Wonder Woman happen before this?
I want to say it's because of Chris Hemsworth and Gal Gadot having that thing on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
I do kind of like Thor versus Wonder Woman as an idea, but come on.
as a matchup, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just as an episode, it's not.
It's not really.
And you can kind of tell because they mentioned during it that all right, so just a heads up, this fight's gonna come out a little late because it's destroying our render farm. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then the episode comes out. And I'm like, okay, so Hulk versus Doomsday destroyed your render farm as well, and that fight's still great. That fight still feels complete.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for everyone on that episode for the way it came out, but what are you gonna do?
I go back to Thor versus Wonder Woman, and I'm like, wow, this feels rushed. This feels incomplete.
I get what you mean.
There's really awkward cuts. Some of the effects are really bad. I wonder how much. I wonder how much because Torian wasn't. Torian wasn't. Shut up. Torian wasn't much of an effects guy way back when. He kind of struggled with them. So I have to wonder how much of the effects on that episode are either his own doing, in which case that's still not great, or are very simplified to kind of get not destroy their hardware. Because if you look at the lightning especially, it's very stock PNG-esque.
Yeah. So
I'm just left wondering.
Also, they basically just cut a scene.
It feels like a lot of scenes are cut, but the ending...
Thor's on Themyscira, and now he's on a wasteland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to question why there's a wasteland in the first place, but whatever. And then Wonder Woman bonks Thor on the head with his own hammer, and he's stumbling. All right, cool. Next thing you know, he's already on the ground, about to die. And he's out of Warrior's Madness, in the snap of a finger.
To quote him in that scene, what?
So yeah.
Yeah. So No, I mean, I wouldn't say like he's the most deserving to come back. Like either of them are like the most deserving, but like I am glad they're back. So
yeah, same.
Yeah. So, and the match itself was pretty cool. I mean, there's not much to it. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, it's one of those ones like there probably is more behind it, but like they're princes. That's it, and that's all you really need. That's all you really need, honestly. So.
Yeah. And let's not forget, both of them have crazy new powers now.
Oh boy, we'll get to that.
A bunch of new powers.
Yeah. So that's So it is going to be interesting to see those clash. So, but we'll get to that. So how much y'all know about these characters, or what do you guys think of these characters?
Well, I mean, I really do like Thor. Like, I think Thor is a really cool character. I don't know much about him from the comics, but the MCU Thor especially is really cool.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
I haven't seen much of like the Marvel cartoons, but he seems kind of cool in those. I saw clips of them earlier today just for the lulz.
There's a clip from a cartoon I know of that I'll get into later for an idea I have for the fight.
Okay. I know he has one of the worst soundtrack themes from MVC3, which is unfortunate.
I mean, fair. I mean, that game does have a lot of great themes, though. So.
I mean, yeah, but what?
Yeah.
There are some I will listen to and be like, "Wow, these are like you can tell which one's got the most attention."
Yeah.
Because some of those themes are either really generic or yikes. So yeah. Yeah, most of my experience with Thor is from the MCU, and in that he's really cool. I like him.
Yeah. I guess I'll go next. I mean, I'm basically in the same boat. Oh wait, did you give your thoughts about Vegeta? I'm sorry.
No, I did not.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I kind of fell out of Dragon Ball, to be honest. Not as into it as I once was. So I can't say that I'm like really big into Vegeta right now. I haven't seen Super. So I saw the Buu Saga, and in that he's really cool. He has that moment that I'm sure everybody knows when it comes to Vegeta. His big screw-off explosion sacrifice.
Yep.
But for one, it doesn't work. So good job, Toriyama. But also, it's kind of weird to me how I go from that, and then I look at like Resurrection of F, where he's back to being very prideful, very screw you Goku, I don't like you sort of character, and then I don't know how he's like in Super. So I just take that as another case of Dragon Ball just kind of derailing their characters, and I don't really care. That's kind of why I fell out of Dragon Ball, to be honest.
That's fair.
So, yeah. Also, I've heard some like animation. I've seen some like animation errors for Super, and then I heard like Super was like it started with like a retelling of both of the like previous movies, and I'm like, okay, because I hate it when anime does that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, you can definitely tell where my bias lies in this fight.
Oh well, you know, but All right, I guess I'll go next then. I'm kind of in. I'm in the same boat with Thor. Like I've seen I remember watching some Marvel's cartoons with Thor. I know the Avengers World's Mightiest Heroes one, and I think Thor was cool in that. I don't know.
Yeah. I might give that a
so.
watch because I heard it's on. I think I saw it's on Netflix, so I might give it a watch. I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing before.
Fair. And I mean, Thor's cool. From what I know of him, like in the MCU, I like him. Just, yeah. Yeah. So, and yeah, that's just basically all to it. And then Vegeta, I haven't really watched much of Dragon Ball, but I do like what I've seen of him. At least he just, I don't know why. There's just something about him. He's just really cocky. I don't know why. He's just really enjoyable to watch whenever I have.
He's prideful.
I have seen the Dragon Balls. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have strong opinions on either, but they're cool enough. So. Yeah. All right, mate.
Okay, so like with these guys, most of what I know of Thor is the MCU and just what was brought up about him in previous staff battles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, maybe like a couple things here and there from comics. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think Thor's cool. I especially like what Thor Ragnarok has done with him.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to Thor Love and Thunder.
Mm.
As for Vegeta, I've been a Dragon Ball fan for since childhood. Like one of the first animes I watched was Dragon Ball Z. That and Pokemon.
Everybody watched Pokemon.
Yeah. And I'll admit, I didn't like Vegeta at first. It took a while for me to like him. I want to say Boo Saga is when he started to get good for me. And I haven't watched a lot of Super because I did try watching it, but it was a retelling of Battle of Gods. There was the fight with Goku and Beerus when he's in Super Saiyan God, and I'm just nothing's happening. Just fight already. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
I also saw Super's retelling of Goku versus Frieza from Resurrection of F, and I'm like, wow, these guys have the size changes on this animation is insane. There's one shot where Goku is completely towering over Frieza. There's another shot where they're roughly the same height, but Frieza's just a little bit shorter. I'm like, guys, I thought this was Dragon Ball, not Transformers.
Yeah, but there was some stuff I did keep up with via Super. One of the things I like about Vegeta is when he actually does try to be a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, and honestly, just sometimes he can be a bit too prideful, but at the same time, that's kind of something I just normally associate with him, because you get a lot of characters who are just way too prideful, just kind of Vegeta, but I just see Vegeta as the exception for me in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he does have some hype moments, in the Resurrection F movie when he turns Super Saiyan Blue and kicks the shit out of Frieza.
Yeah.
God, that was satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
And then Goku steals the win.
Yeah, well, I mean, he kind of had to.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I always thought this fight would be cool. In terms of because it's a thematic matchup, because they're both prideful princes that have come a long way since, and also with just how powerful they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this fight could go hard.
Yeah. Although if there's anything I want from the fight, I want to see Vegeta try and pick up Mjolnir.
Yes.
I want to see that so
please,
bad.
if there's any shot in the fight, that has to be one.
I don't know why we haven't had that before. Like we have two other Thor fights, and not once did anyone think, what if we tried to have the opponent pick up Mjolnir and it just doesn't work?
Well, I mean, there was a crossover, and Wonder Woman is worthy.
That crossover is like fan voted though, so.
I mean, the results of their fights are fan voted, but
yeah,
like,
but, like
Wonder Woman
like
does still pick the hammer up.
Yeah, but that was like the only reason that she was fighting Storm, I believe.
Yeah, it was Storm. But then she put Mjolnir down because she wanted it to be an even fight.
Yeah.
And she lost.
Yeah, which is, But
bullcrap.
Yeah.
But yeah. Still, yeah, I want to see Vegeta try to pick up Mjolnir.
Yeah, he's absolutely not worthy. Like, he's come a long way since the Saiyan Saga, but he is not picking up that hammer.
Oh, no.
No, he's absolutely not.
And just have him pick it up and then just get smacked in the face when Thor is back. Perfect.
I want to see him try and lift it, but he's just getting progressively angrier and angrier and angrier. Maybe that's how you have him speed through his Super Saiyan forms, going all the way up to Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
There's only so much like they can do in animation. Like, there's only so much budget, so just do that to like speed through it.
Exactly.
It'd be funny.
It would be
funny.
And Thor just picks up and smacks Vegeta across the horizon.
And just says, "You're not worthy."
Go on. Alright. So,
what are we thinking? Sprites or 3D?
Okay, this is one that has to be in 3D, right?
I mean,
I can see it going either way.
I think it could work either way. Yeah. I think it would, like, obviously, like, they do have sprites, like matching sprites.
They have really good sprites.
Yeah,
they have really good sprites, but also they do have some really good models. So either way, it could work. I mean,
and even then, like, if it's done by the in-house team, they could just make models from scratch.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I don't care. I don't really care either way.
No,
I don't know. I mean, if we're going by which one I think is more likely, though, I mean, part of me is thinking.
My gut's telling me sprites.
Yeah, my gut is telling me Sprite, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, we didn't really get a lot of 3D fights last year, so maybe they are going to make up for lost time here. And maybe 3D,
but it's also worth remembering though that Rooster Teeth's in-house, or at least Death Battle's in-house 3D team is kind of going through like restructuring, because it's three big names have all left.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be 3D by the people who did Hulk v Broly. And believe me, we're gonna be bringing that fight up again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I have some words for that.
So yeah, honestly, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with either.
Yeah.
I think we've proven at this point that no matter what animation team does what, they can pull off basically whatever. So it just depends on passion, and I would be very shocked if any animation team wasn't passionate about Vegeta at least.
Yeah.
So. I also just want to quickly throw out there that this fight kind of makes history. Because, like, through Death Battle, 1 Minute Melee, and DBX, like, we get a lot of matchups. This is the first one that's all free.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the 1 Minute Melee was kind of a bonus.
Yeah, it was a bonus, but... I mean...
it still counts, I think.
Yeah, it might as well still count.
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that is true, though.
Wait, Batman versus Iron Man did it first.
Oh.
Fuck.
I forgot forgot. Yeah.
So the second.
There we go. I forgot about that, but I forgot that woman at Melee existed, but which is a shame because
I forgot the woman in Melee and the DBX existed.
Yeah. Which is a shame because the woman in Melee is actually not half bad. But,
I never saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. So
has a better Batman voice than the death metal does, and that's actually saying something. But
So.
Oh, actually, speaking of voices, so high chances are they're probably going to get Jonah Scott to reprise his role as Thor.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
Yeah. Which is good because he did do a really good job as Thor last time. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I harp on the fight a lot, but I do like his performance as Thor. But then there's Vegeta. Now Vegeta's getting a bit of a discussion around the community about who could voice him.
Lanny.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lanny's the obvious pick. However, if they want to go like not abridged, like they did with Goku Black,
and Roshi.
And Roshi, yeah.
And Roshi.
We mentioned this the last time we talked about this, but Tom Schultz would be a really good pick.
Yeah, I would. My gosh, I'd be really down to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, no matter who they get, as long as it's a good Vegeta, then I'm happy. It's just, Lanny's like the one I go to first, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm fine with either. To be frank, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm fine with either Lanny or Tom. I guess if I was to pick one, I'd probably go Tom just for consistency's sake. But at least modern consistency anyway. Yeah. But like his Vegeta is like straight out of Dragon Ball Z. Like it sounds.
Oh, his Vegeta is so good.
It sounds. Yeah. It sounds so much like Chris Sabat. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm fine with either. I guess I would prefer Tom again for also just to get him. I mean, Lanny hasn't been on the show in a while, so I guess it'd be nice to see this. It'd be nice to hear him again. And I
also
like his Vegeta, so.
Also, he was one of the first voice actors in Death Battle, him and Taka.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And, he's only gotten better as a voice actor and just as Vegeta since then. So, maybe have him come back 10 years later and, like, flex how good he's gotten.
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah. Me down. So, yeah.
All I'll say, though, is that I know Liam took note of how good both Liam and Speedy took note of how good Tom's performance as Vegeta is. So.
Oh yeah, true.
So they're clearly aware. But like I mentioned before, his voice range is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like if you thought him going from Kool-Aid Man to Dio was insane, just take a glance at his YouTube channel. He does so many voices.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Huh. I've also just looked this up. Vegeta vs. Shadow came out May 10th of 2011.
Huh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Dear gosh. Oh.
And this fight is coming out May 8th.
May 8th. Oh my, just frick.
Funnily enough, isn't May 9th Goku Day?
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
So, the irony.
And talking of funny things in May, this fight kind of ruins Streak.
Oh yeah?
Uh-oh.
Well, Season 7, the first fight in May that was written by Liam, opens with a ninja reading something.
Yeah.
Season 8, first fight in May, opens with a ninja reading something.
Yeah.
Neither of these two are ninjas that read that material.
Also, yes, I looked it up. Goku Day is May 9th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there we go. Cool. So Vegeta dies on YouTube on Goku Day. Oh no.
Oh no.
So is that a segue for us talking about the debate and who we think wins?
Yeah, I guess so.
Boy. Frick. Oh no. No. Okay.
Oh boy. This one's a bit of a doozy.
Bit of a doozy, even though you did just kind of say what your side was. Anyway.
Yeah. Thor's probably gonna win this.
I mean. Yeah. All right. So.
Okay, let's get the obvious tinfoil out of the way. No, this doesn't. For one, this doesn't disprove Hulk versus Broly.
Yeah. Okay. The things I want to say about that is just like for those people that say, "Oh, with 4 wins, it means Hulk versus Broly was bullshit," and I'll just say,
No.
"Oh yeah, someone who's stronger than Hulk beating someone far weaker than Broly totally proves that."
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, just that argument's stupid in general. Honestly.
Yeah. And also,
I get what you're coming from.
Yeah, like just because Hulk lost to Broly does not mean that Thor is gonna it doesn't mean that this is an automatic shoo-in for Vegeta.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta's nowhere near as strong as Broly.
No, but let's assume they were for a hot second. Like let's assume that Vegeta is near Broly's level and Thor is near Hulk's. Thor still has a lot of crazy abilities that make this fight completely different from Hulk v Broly.
Yeah.
Because Hulk has a good amount of stuff, but it mostly revolves around like physical force and like basically punching things really freaking hard. Thor is a lot more...
That just reminded me of an abridged thing.
Thor's got a lot more going for him than just that. Like, he is super strong and he is super fast, yes. But Mjolnir's packing some crazy abilities. So, yeah.
That one hammer does so much.
Yeah, I mean, when you're basically a god, it kind of does that to you.
Basically.
So yeah, so I don't know how this fight works when you bring in multipliers because I don't know. I'm not crazy familiar with how multipliers work in Dragon Ball.
Okay. So I can probably talk about this for a while. So we've mentioned like the whole Universe 7 is like this many times bigger than our observable universe. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, for Goku Black vs Reverse Flash, they said at most it could be 13 times bigger.
Yeah, that's kind of a high ball.
So. Yeah, so like 9 to 13 times. That's something to keep in mind. Vegeta never went to Super Saiyan 3. He's got Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, God, Blue. I think it's called Royal Blue.
I don't know.
Now, and base Super Saiyan times 50. Super Saiyan 2 is double Super Saiyan 1. And they're mentioning Goku Black vs Reverse Flash. We don't actually know the multiplier for like the Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. Toriyama did compare it to like the OG Super Saiyan form.
Yeah.
So that's potentially another times 50 on top of that.
Great. I'm already lost.
Yeah.
Gosh. Multipliers, man, they're fun.
Yep. Oh boy.
So here's the big thing. Okay, so with the multipliers, Vegeta and Thor might be at the very least comparable in terms of power. But the thing is that okay, so multipliers do apply to speed as well.
Yeah.
Much is obvious.
I should also bring this up because a lot of people were talking about the size of the Marvel Universe for Holy Broly.
Mm-hmm.
Liam said he ran the numbers for that, like when the fight was already done, like just in case. It wouldn't have made a difference. Broly would have still would have won.
Yeah. Which is actually
So
super.
they are,
which is actually.
So they are aware of that, and they are going to keep that in consideration.
Which is actually super weird because they said that in Wanda Satana, they said that the cosmologies of Marvel and DC are roughly equivalent in terms of size and scope.
I mean, that's like multiverse and omniverse.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Sort of thing.
So okay, yes, yeah. So multipliers do apply to speed, but the thing is that with the multipliers, like, it doesn't really matter because Vegeta's speed, even with the multipliers, are still measurable. While Thor has speed feats, or at least has comparable, can compare it to Marvel characters that have immeasurable speed feats. They mentioned they mentioned I don't remember all the details, but they mentioned a Quicksilver feat in Wanda Satana that was immeasurable. I
don't think they mentioned for Quicksilver specifically. I think they just said Wanda can amp her speed to like beyond the concept. But yeah, she can do that for Quicksilver too.
Yeah. I have the blog pulled up. One of the big ones is Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer was even like impressed by its speed, and he can travel through time via speed alone. Apparently. So, like, basically, like, a lot of Marvel higher-ups have feats that kind of just can't be measured. Like, they're that broken.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's fun.
And also Thor has some like ridiculous speed feats himself. Like in Lex vs. Doom, they brought up that he can cross the universe in 5 seconds, and taking the diameter of the universe into account, that'd be over 2 quintillion times the speed of light.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because and they mentioned this on a stream. They mentioned so anyone noticed that that Thor's galaxy crossing feat gets bigger with every time they mention it?
Yeah. Which means it'll happen again.
It'll happen again. So yeah, Thor has quintillion. Like Thor gets quintillion speeds even without bringing in like immeasurable feats. So, but once you so speed is important because one of the things that Mjolnir is packing is well, for one, the God Blast, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Like that thing can push back Celestials.
Who can threaten the multiverse?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I find it very interesting that they directly compared the Celestials to Darkseid before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little interesting there, but
God.
Also, I think I don't remember, but I think I heard before that it was that transmutation is one of the abilities that Mjolnir possesses as well.
Sounds about right. So that really doesn't help with he's got a speed advantage.
No,
so,
it really doesn't.
It really doesn't. And I mean, we'll get to that later.
You want to talk about Ultra Ego?
I don't know. I didn't want to speed it along, but like, I mean, we could. So.
I
So
mean,
that basically-
might as well. So Vegeta's got a new Super Saiyan form because of course he does.
It's Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball.
And like Masako is prone to say, marketing.
Yeah. So basically
I didn't know the Dragon Ball is owned by Hasbro.
Gosh.
Anyways.
See that now. So basically, I mean, I may be misremembering, but basically, from what I remember on how Ultra Ego works,
it's basically the exact opposite of Ultra Instinct.
Yeah. So basically, it turns Vegeta into a walking tank, where basically he just says "fuck you" to damage, basically. If I'm understanding it right.
Well, it's kind of a similar manner to Yang, actually.
Okay.
Like he takes the damage and then like adds it to his own strength.
Yeah, makes him strong. Okay.
Yeah. But there's one
But-
itsy bitsy little bitty problem with that. As far as I know, it doesn't amp up his durability.
Yeah.
So Vegeta goes.
Yeah.
So Vegeta goes Ultra Ego, gets blasted by the God Blast, and then he's just dead.
Basically, or it just gets transmutated.
Or that's
So yeah, I might have a comeback from the transmutation thing.
Oh yeah.
I
Vegeta.
think they've even talked about this like on casts, like with Death Battle logic. If they're strong enough to like just power through something, then they just do it because Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But also, in the Buu saga, after Goku and Vegeta fused into Vegito, they got turned into just a jawbreaker, but they were still able to keep fighting because they were just that powerful. And Vegeta, as he is now in Super, is definitely more powerful than Vegito was at that point in the story.
I mean,
I guess that's
so. He might be able to come back from transmutation, maybe.
He might. That's fair.
Maybe.
That is a fair point. But I mean, I don't think the God Blast. I think the God Blast.
The God Blast is gonna screw him up.
So.
And the thing is that with Ultra Ego, he doesn't dodge. At least I don't think he does.
He never learned the words of Piccolo. Oh, and that's just
about to make that reference.
Like he doesn't try to avoid attacks because why would he? It's gonna add to his strength. So just take the hit and now you're stronger.
Now, could you imagine like the end of the fight? Thor just yells, "God Blast!" Oh, how cute he named it. Oh shit!
So my thought, I actually thought about this like literally just a few minutes ago, like before we started recording. But what if they go with the most anticlimactic ending possible? Vegeta goes Ultra Ego, and like raves off about how strong he is and all of that, as Vegeta does. Thor's like, all right, I'm done messing around. Fires the God Blast, and instead of Vegeta tanking it like you would expect, he just up and dies. They make such a big deal about Ultra Ego, and then he just gets one shot. They're not gonna do that. I don't even know if they're gonna include Ultra Ego at all.
I mean,
imagine they would, and it'd be like a big thing where it's just like this is the first time we like see it animated in any form of media.
Yeah.
Ichigo's Bon Kai 4.
I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know if it's. It might. The only thing that's bothering me is that it might be too recent, but they might find a way. And if like
maybe
it doesn't.
Watch them have it be colored one way, and then it shows up in the Dragon Ball anime, and it's a different color entirely.
I think it's confirmed. I think it's confirmed that his hair is purple.
Oh, all right. Well,
which is really freaking dumb, but whatever. I mean, I like purple, but no. So yeah. So yeah. It's looking like.
Oh, actually.
Oh yes.
I might have missed it as well. I was for the left for just for a bit. Did you guys bring up like Rune King or whatever? Or
Oh, no, because I didn't
Like-
I didn't mention that because I don't know what it does.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what like. I'm not crazy familiar with Rune King Thor. I think I've heard that it's not standard, so if
Oh, okay. Because
I
I
might not bring it up.
I
at all.
thought. Okay, I heard something that it was standard, so I don't know.
Although I am curious about stuff like Odin Force and because I've heard
Odin
stuff
Force.
about, I've heard stuff about that, but I don't know what that's about. So
Okay, I think. I don't know. I think what I have heard, I haven't heard a lot about it. Like it just makes them, scaling to even more stuff. So
fun.
Like even more powerful stuff. Actually, yeah. I don't know. So like, isn't Odin Force like his new? Like, isn't that like a new thing he got in the comics that like?
I don't know.
It's.
I mean, yes, it is, but I don't know anything about it. I'm looking at a picture of it though, and he literally looks like Odin. Also, he has a giant broadsword. That's interesting.
It's actually so I remember a while back on Death Battle Cast when they did a community death battle for like Loki versus Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Liam went into some Thor stuff, and I thought, okay, I'll go back through that to see what he says, like for stuff for this episode. And apparently, it was said that Thor's hammer swings are comparable to the Big Bang.
Oh, fun.
And there was something about him like being able to shake like the 9 realms at one point, which are like 9 universes all at once.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, and there's like him and Loki being able to like go from like Earth to Asgard. Asgard is its own like universe or dimension apparently, like in moments.
Yeah, I have heard about that. Yeah, that's crazy. So
Get fucked, Quicksilver. Thor is the speedster of Marvel.
Watch Quicksilver's still faster somehow.
Gosh, of course. Right,
actually, no, he wouldn't be because Thor. He wouldn't be because Thor's tagged him before.
Yeah, no, that was also brought up in 4v Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yep. Gosh. All right. So I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but this kind of looking like a solid win for Thor.
Yeah, it does. All right. Yeah. I mean,
I still think Vegeta can put up a hell of a fight, and honestly, I don't mind who wins. Like, I like both characters, and I just want to see a cool fight.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool with either, but like, just as of now, it seems like Thor is gonna be the one who is victorious here. So.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, you never know with Death Battle though, so.
True.
I don't know if counting Vegeta out entirely.
I don't know if they'll do this, but a shot I thought about not that long ago that I still really would like to see. You know that moment in the Android Saga when 18 breaks Vegeta's arm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can we have Thor smash Vegeta in the arm with Mjolnir and that does it?
Oh, gosh,
just recreate that shot.
Dude.
Gosh.
Vegeta has a habit of holding that arm, so. So I mean, yeah, like he's always, like whenever he's hurt, he's always holding his left arm for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, and I was also thinking, perhaps after Thor does that, maybe Vegeta like punches him in the stomach to make him drop Mjolnir, grabs him by the head, and just starts smashing him into Mjolnir while it's on the ground.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Like, I remember there was it's a clip from one of the cartoons. Thanos does that to Thor, saying, "If I can't hit you with the hammer, then I'll hit the hammer with you."
Oh, that sounds familiar, actually. Yeah.
Oh, and I actually had this idea for a line for if Vegeta wins, like something that could sound badass. So, like at some point in the fight, Thor says you're not worthy. Like, of course. They do that fight. God Blast versus whatever Key Blast like Vegeta uses.
There you go.
Or Final Shine, like whichever. Which he can do with one arm, so...
Neat.
Just saying. Vegeta's just, like, looking at the sky, and then he sees Mjolnir just, like, drop to the ground. Clutching his broken arm, spits out some blood, going, "Worthy that, you bastard."
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, if he wins, that would be a badass final line.
That would be a really cool line.
Yeah.
Again, if he wins.
If he wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, I'll bring it up for the lulz, but I think me and ZDogg kind of want Thor to win for admittedly slightly petty reasons.
A little bit, yeah.
There's something me and a friend have been talking about for a while. It's just like an idea for it. I won't like get too much into it, but it's just something about that we kind of want Thor to win, just slightly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like just so this idea would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right then.
Which may or may not be a thing in the future. We'll see.
Okay then.
Okay then. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with both. It's just there are personal reasons, because of a certain bad apple. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even though I would slightly feel bad because I know, Combo, friend of the podcast, he is rooting for Vegeta, so I'm gonna feel really bad. But I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be on. Well, maybe if we can make it work out, because I'm sure he'd love to talk with Spike. He really likes Vegeta, so. But it is what it is. We'll just have to see what happens. Yeah.
So, if we would like to move on, ZDogg, you had an extra thing you wanted to bring up.
Yeah, it's the bonus topic. Yay! All right. So, yeah. Sorry. I just thought this would be fun to do. I kind of wish we did it last episode, but thankfully, no new franchises were introduced yet, so we're safe. So, as you may remember, there was, I forget where, basically just, there was basically the season by some researchers. Researchers said that I am so sorry. I'm very bad. Yeah, very scatterbrained right now, so I apologize. Okay.
Basically,
so as you may,
we're probably getting a lot of new franchises this season.
Yeah, that's the TLDR of it. Basically, there's been a lot of researcher talk that there's going to be a lot of new franchises. I think Ben even said it at one point.
Yeah, no, he did.
He's beating it into our skulls. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool to see. And I'm sure it'll show up later. So basically, I thought it would be just fun to talk about some franchises we would like to see on the show eventually, whether it be this season or not. Since you know that just sounds like fitting for this season. So yeah. So, but I should probably just say right now, it has to be entirely new franchises. So like no subsets like Paper Mario, or Persona 3 and 4. Sorry, mate. Or 4 and 5. So yeah, so entirely brand spanking new franchises on the board. So yeah, that's basically it. So
all right, ZDogg, get the one you were wanting. You get the one that's in your head out of the way right now, because we know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, probably obvious. So, give me Skullgirls. give me
Skullgirls at this point.
See, with how much I've seen it requested, I'm surprised it hasn't been in Death Battle yet.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, you can probably tell from the fact I've brought it up a lot in this show, and just I've made an entire damn video about it. I mean, I was that invested in the game. So
he kind of likes Skullgirls. I don't know if you've noticed.
It's a decent game, honestly. So yeah, basically. So a few reasons I want this. I mean, obviously, besides my love of the game, I don't know. I just really like a lot of the characters. I think a lot of them would make for really fun battle animations. And two, we really haven't seen that many indie games on the show, which is very surprising. The only ones we've seen
only Shovel Knight.
It's only Shovel Knight, and I mean, we have seen Undertale on GBX, so that's a step forward. So that's good. And Shantae, if you want to count it, given that weird. So yeah, I just really want to see more indie games on the show in general, and I think this would be a really good one to bring on. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how requested it is by the research teams. I know there's a lot of people who really want to see it, so I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like behind the scenes, so
yeah. So maybe there's a chance for it. I don't know. I'm open, obviously. All right, and
give me 3 Skullgirls matchups right now. Go.
All right, so let's see. Cuphead versus Peacock is one, or should I go into in depth in one?
No.
Or
just rapid fire.
Okay. All right. So Cuphead versus Peacock, Kanji Tatsumi versus Beowulf, and I guess Filia versus Tokiyami, even though we talked about it before.
All right, cool. Mate, go next because I have no idea right now. I'm
See, I'm in a similar boat. Like, I'm struggling to think of a franchise. Like, I have one, but I don't have any matchups for it.
All right.
Good
enough. Just as an absolute piss take, because like we get some like more out there media. Can we have Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid?
Okay.
Like, I don't know who she'd fight, but let's have Toru.
Oh my gosh! You know, I haven't seen it, but it sounds ridiculous. So I'm down for it.
Like, just for the sheer what the fuckery that she is.
Yeah.
Like,
my God.
She's a dragon that has the hots for a human woman, is her maid, goes out some pretty mundane things, and just out of nowhere has some Dragon Ball Z fight scenes.
Sure.
And has some like bizarre powers.
Yeah. My gosh. Okay, you know, I'd be down to see her just out of a left field. I can guarantee that would be what that would be one like nobody would expect. So
yeah, that one would just be funny.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I guess I was gonna say I could try and think of some matchups.
Go ahead.
I know there was that one Devil's a Part-Timer one. I don't know how popular it is. Like that's the only one I can think of. I don't know. So there's maybe that. I don't know.
All right, cool.
That's it.
So I have 2. One came to my mind just now because ZDogg was mentioning indie games before. But I'll talk about the other one first, and that's probably going to happen this season, but probably not. And that's Regular Show. I want to see Regular Show.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I want to see Regular Show in this freaking. I mean, the matchup. The matchup is right there. Come on.
Yeah.
Give us Mordecai and Reggie versus Finn and Jake. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like,
I'm down for it completely. So.
Yeah, I freaking love Regular Show. I love that. It's Regular Show. The tagline. It's anything but. Which is 100% true because 1 minute they're playing rock paper scissors over a freaking chair. Yes, really. And the next minute their game causes like a a black hole to appear and a monster comes out of it or something.
Sure.
And that's their first outing at this new job. So
Okay.
that just kind of goes to show.
Gosh.
So yeah, this show's weird. I know that the title of the show says otherwise, but this show's weird. There's a lot of weird and really cool and really wacky events that happen that can make for a really fun and wacky death battle.
I don't know. That's the common theme for like, us requesting franchises in this episode.
So yeah, I can't. It's weird though because I can't think of many other matchups for this franchise outside of Mordecai and Rigby versus Finn and Jake.
There's one that I know I've seen a few people request, but I doubt it that's gonna happen. Muscle Man versus Brody Fox from that one YouTube channel.
What? Okay.
Basically, just your mom jokes.
Okay, got it.
That's basically it, but it sounds stupid, so I'm
got
done.
it. Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of the only other ones I've seen requested. Like, so.
Yeah.
So maybe that.
And then the other one just rapid fire, and it really only works for one character. There's really only one character you can request from this, but indie title Dustin Elysian Tale. Let's get that in Death Battle.
Hey.
I mean, really, the only one you can really put in is Dust himself.
All right.
The thing is, though, is that I don't know who he can fight. I honestly don't. But what's cool about him is that, I mean, it'd probably be hell on the budgeting, but like, Dust is kind of like a 3-man team. So you got Dust himself. You got his sword Aura, which is basically his Senkets, basically. And she's kind of like a mix. Well, I mean, it's not really Senkets, but it's kind of it's a being that's used as a weapon, basically.
So it's Soul Eater.
Exactly. There you go. It's Soul Eater. And then you got his friend Fidget, who basically never ever leaves his side, and it's kind of like Daxter. But actually, she's kind of like a mix between like Daxter and Plank, in the sense that like she's mostly like comedic relief, but she does have her uses in a fight. Like she has a little bit of magic, but by herself, her magic is basically useless. But when combined with some of Dust's sword swings, they can be insanely powerful. Also, fun fact: I'm gonna butcher I'm gonna butcher her name, but she's voiced by Kim Lantron, the DBZ abridged voice for Chi Chi. And then Aura is voiced by Edward Bosco. So that's the guy who was Spyro and Darkseid.
Okay.
So
what a compet.
Yeah.
What a range.
All
right. I still need to play the game eventually, but I would really be down for it. So
yeah. I think the match I've seen requested more than a few times is
Gappy.
Gappy from JoJo. Basically, alternate universe Josuke. Because apparently, okay, I'm not an expert on this, but apparently Part 8 Josuke is a fusion of someone and someone whose name I forget, and that universe's version of Yoshikage Kira.
That sounds about right. I know there's like a fusion of some sort, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm not an expert on that, but that's the one I hear.
Yep. Okay. I mean, it sounds neat enough. Didn't you also make a thumbnail for Dust Adam Taurus a while ago?
I did. I forgot about that. I mean, that one I came up. So I saw that on Death Metal Fanon, which I'm looking up right now. And I was like, I mean, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, they're so Dust is okay. Forgive me if I get this info wrong, but Dust is so he was big spoilers, by the way. Dust is a fusion. He's a fusion of Jin, who's a Moonblood sympathizer, and the Moonbloods are basically a race of beings that got prejudiced, kind of like Faunus.
Okay.
But he's a fusion of him and Cassius, who was a lieutenant of the main villain of the game. So they both ended up killing each other, and which is really impressive because Jin is not a fighter. But one of the Moonbloods took note of that and basically took the two souls basically and combined them into one being, and thus we have Dust. But that fusion caused Hollywood's favorite trope in the world, amnesia. And
oh no, I think you're thinking of soap operas.
Okay, fair enough. But still. So basically, my thought process was that they're both swordsmen. They're both trying to fight for a prejudiced race. The difference is that one fights to basically make it so that the prejudiced race rules the world, whereas the other fights to just to protect them from dying.
Okay.
So it's whatever. It's not the greatest match. It's not the greatest match, and like Adam versus Sam is like right there, and that's too good to pass up.
I just wanted to know you brought it up.
Yeah.
Also, I seem to remember a matchup for like the main villain of the game, like King something, like him versus Adford. Yeah, him.
General
versus
Gaius. That's his name.
General Gaius. Him versus Asgore from Undertale. I don't know how well that works, but I mean that is another matchup for this.
I have no idea.
I mean, so I don't know. That is another matchup if you wanted to get it on. So
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are more fitting ones beside that. So.
Okay, so I'm looking at Dust's Death Battle Fanon wiki page, and you know the Death Battle Fanon wiki is like obviously the most reliable source of finding matchups.
Greatest.
So aside from Adam, I'm seeing Kirito, Ruby Rose, and Zero. That's it.
Like, okay.
Yeah, like Mega Man Zero, because that makes sense.
Sure. Okay. So not the greatest.
What is Ruby's connection with Dust? Oh, they're speedy. That's it. Awesome. Cool.
Fun. All right.
What's Kirito's?
All right then.
But I do not expect to see Kirito on Death Battle at all. But or I mean I do, but I don't want him on Death Battle at all. But
actually, you know what? Can I add SAO as a
sure
as a franchise?
Sure.
Because like, if anything, just because I feel like it would make a friend of mine happy, because he's a big fan, and I imagine just like anyone from that show getting on would be like, hell yes for him.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
I have very little qualms with Sword Art Online being on Death Metal, but I'm putting this on record, and you can hold me to this. I don't expect this to happen ever, but if Kirito versus Ninja ends up happening, I am not watching it.
I don't know who that is.
The IRL guy, like the IRL streamer.
The Twitch streamer.
Who also does appear in Fortnite.
I have no idea who that is.
You know, maybe for the better.
Keep it that way.
I mean, any matchup I have heard for Kirito is versus Guts, because Black Swordsman.
Yeah, I've heard Guts. I've heard Neo recently.
I know. I think Neo is the most popular one.
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should also.
Not the one from not the one.
I guess that one would be kind of cool. Sure.
Yeah, that one works thematically. Although, I'm just throwing this out that I've heard, like, in terms of Kirito versus Guts, apparently Kirito wins now.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
Light novel gets absurd.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna focus on it because I don't really have much to say about it. But there is actually one Kirito opponent that I'm interested in that I would be down to see, but it's never gonna happen. That would be Alpha from Tome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Basically, basically, they obviously they are in a world of basically a VR game with their ability. I don't know, just vibes, I guess, and like seeing a non-Rooster Teeth web series get on would be neat. Like, I don't know, I think that'd just be cool. So.
Okay, so I looked at Kirito's page.
Actually, isn't Mob Psycho a web series? Because I swear on the Death Battle wiki that's classified as like a web series versus anime fight.
I mean, yes. I think it did like both One Punch Man and
like web comics
Mob.
though.
Yeah, web comics. So
that's a little different.
So
okay.
Fair enough.
So you know how the Death Battle fan wiki has like fanon ideas and then possible opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so under possible opponents, I mean the possible opponents they list freaking anybody, but like, so I get that, but on Kirito's page, one of the people they list is freaking Crow Bronwyn. Why? I question why.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah, look up Kirito on the Death Battle fandom wiki.
I'm gonna do it.
It doesn't have like a.
Jesus Christ, he has a lot.
Yeah, that one doesn't have like a specific page. Although I'm looking up Crow apparently has a fandom wiki idea against Spectre Knight. So okay.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So, yeah.
And it's complete. What? Who won?
I'm
guessing Spectre Knight actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah,
great.
You'll love to see it. Yeah. Also, this is unrelated, but please put more Shovel Knight characters on the show. I know that's not related to the topic.
Yeah, it's not related to what we're talking about, but yeah, I agree. Heck, while we're on the topic, bring in Spectre Knight.
Yes, please. Well, maybe we'll cover that in another video. Actually, do you mind if I know we're totally derailed, but can I just bring up one more that I kind of want, one more franchise I'd like to see?
I'm also just going to look up Toru on the fandom wiki, see what people say for her as possible opponents.
Alright, so, I mean, I have two, but, like, I'm just going to bring up one, because it's another indie game series, and I feel like it's not as prominent as the other one I thought of. So, bring in Rivals of Aether, please.
Oh, yeah.
It's another, like, platform fighting game.
Yeah.
It would just be cool to see. That's just it. And I really like playing it. So
there's one Rivals fight that I keep seeing requested, but I don't remember what it was.
For Ninja Rano, probably.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, which, yes, please. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be a Greninja SBO, but, like, come on.
I mean,
okay, so...
would you complain?
Not really. I mean,
right, cool.
a little bit, but... Oh, well.
So I've just looked up Toru's page.
Yeah.
For possible opponents, they list, like, Bowser, Jake Long, Shovel Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand a lot of these, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they throw in everybody on the...
And under, like, ideas so far, there's, like, Charizard, Corrin, Natsu, Dragonite, Mega Man.
Natsu was an inside joke on a server me and ZDogg used to be in.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I remember that. Yeah, good time.
I actually remember hearing someone, like, talking about Toru versus Dragonite. Like, I'm not like too big into that idea, but I mean,
I'm down for Dragonite to be on the show because Dragonite's cool.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, probably not this matchup. I don't know anything about Toru, but
I don't know.
Bring in more wild Pokemon on this show, and I mean wild in the sense of like no one would ever expect it, because we get the occasional like everyone talks about like okay, so we got Charizard, we got Mewtwo, Greninja is probably coming up.
Probably it's probably gonna be the next one, honestly.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But like, I say they should bring in some of the more like lesser known Pokemon. And I mean lesser known in the versus sense. Like bring in Dragonite. Frig it, why not?
Sure. Why not? Actually, there's one that I prefer Pokemon that I doubt anyone would expect, and I know my friend is pushing for it. Oh my gosh. Freaking Amoonguss versus the Imposter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bring it to that. No one would expect Amoonguss. Come on.
I mean, the matchup is right there. Does it make any sense? Not at all, but...
No, I mean, it kind of does, but... Oh my gosh.
It'd be funny.
So, yeah. Alright.
Also, bring in Newsgrounds. Bring in Newsgrounds characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like Henry Stickmin.
Sure.
Bring in Henry Stickmin.
Yeah, bring in Henry,
that guy's
sure.
wild.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Honestly, I'd be down for I mean, obviously not everyone, but just like internet original characters that aren't from Rooster Teeth would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys said you don't know anything about Toru, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I just sent you is her actual form.
Oh.
Oh Lord,
Fun.
she's a big dragon. Oh Lord.
She's massive.
Oh Lord, she's a big fat dragon. All right, cool.
Oh,
that's good to know. Who's the chosen? Okay, never mind.
But yeah, I don't know. Just
Henry Stickmin versus Giovanni is on this freaking list. Why?
Yeah, I saw that because thieves and.
Oh my gosh, Henry Stickmin versus Imposters. Yes, there we go. Same company fight. There we go. Got it.
Sure.
Henry Stickmin versus the Imposters. There we go.
I've just sent you what she regularly looks like.
Yeah, I've seen that at least.
Yeah. Gosh.
All right, so we've kind of derailed. I think that kind of goes to show that we're probably done here.
Yeah, probably. We at least got.
Also, you know what? Just for like crazy, why not? Harry and Marv versus Jasper and Horace.
There you go.
Yeah, that would also be entertaining to see.
Can we have that as a season finale Christmas episode?
Gosh.
Have it be a live action fight and everything. Go all out on it.
Gosh.
I think I'll probably talk about it off screen because it might be membership, but there was a match.
It's never gonna happen, I know, but that'd be funny.
It might be a membership thing, but there was a match they talked about on a stream that was kind of Christmas themed, and I think it would be really funny. But it might be a membership thing, so I'm gonna save it for off screen land.
Oh wait, no, I think they've talked about something like that on Death Battle Cast, wasn't it? Like Marvel Santa versus DC Santa?
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Yes, that is one that I think would be. That is one that I think would be cool.
Yeah.
My money's on Santa.
Well, obviously. I mean, Marvel Santa does have the Infinity Gauntlet. So I mean,
doesn't DC Santa have the anti-life equation though? So.
You know what? Fair point. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, but doesn't the Infinity Gauntlet cancel out the anti-life?
Oh. Gosh. God, I really hope that happens, because that's just gonna be stupid.
Honestly, screw it, do it. Why not? They do a lot of work to make sure that we know which one's which, though. Yeah, they pretty much have the same design.
Basically.
We won't know until like the winner is, and it just has in brackets Marvel or DC.
Gosh. All
right. So,
well, hopefully you enjoyed our rambling.
Yeah.
Like you always do.
Dude, if you think we ramble on this, you should see us when we're not recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed Tanjiro versus Jonathan. If you didn't, I apologize. Hope you guys are excited for Thor versus Vegeta. You can tell that we are.
Vegeta.
And what new franchises do you want to see?
Yeah, let us know, along with a few matchups you'd like to see for that.
Yeah, and you know what? Screw it. Be wild with it. All bets are off. Don't be. All bets are off. Just don't be memey. Be serious. But
you can be a little mean. You can be a little mean.
Well, I mean, okay. Be serious. Be unironic. But the matches and the franchises can be as wild as you want. I don't care.
Maybe we'll talk about it again, because I'm sure there's a lot of franchises we want to see. So.
Yeah.
There's probably some I'm not even thinking of.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, the whole no sub series thing from Zeta kind of screwed me over.
I mean, that's kind of cheating though. Like,
I know it is, but I'm just saying.
Screwed me over too, because I would obviously say Persona 4.
That's fair. Well, maybe we'll do a topic sub series. I don't know. We'll see. All right.
It's also just like the series that we haven't seen in a while, like TF2.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually one I would like to. That is actually one I would like to do eventually. But that's not for this episode, because this episode's over.
Jason recently, never mind. I forgot about that. Anyways, actually, wait.
Thanks for watching.
Does it count if I say something that's in the same franchise, just a different universe, or does that not count?
I don't know.
Okay, what I was going to say is basically any Transformers universe that isn't G1.
That's fair. Okay.
Oh, and also, I guess like any Power Ranger series that isn't Mighty Morphin, or any Final Fantasy that isn't 7.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, please bring in a Final Fantasy character that isn't from 7.
Yeah. Basically.
I love 7, but come on. Anyways, we're wrapping things up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.